you're able to do more for less. You are taking up or you're reducing the economic value of the other people. It's not like they're poor. Again, it's just that you're dragging down the GDP or the expected average salary for this role for everybody. You are literally fucking up their own life by being here. And so sometimes that might be like a reaction to why we get what we get. And it's unfortunate, but it's life. And a lot of times when immigration happens, like it's not like the government sit down and like educate people or even plan out how they maintain the right balance or like they hold the bar for everybody and make sure that they're having a good time. That's the end.
Okay. Summarize all that you said in one sentence. You're saying that people immigrate into a place. You're saying that people immigrate into a place makes things harder for some people in that place who are originally from that place.
I don't know if it's the word is harder. It's not necessarily harder. It just changes. You reduce the economic
It
value of
changes
the
the
place.
dynamic. It changes the dynamic.
Finish.
Okay,
You're not making it
so
harder for them.
we're still talking about
Makes
poverty.
them poorer, in
Poorer,
quotes. They feel they are
yes,
poorer.
Yes.
yeah, because
Boiling down to what I was saying.
these guys what do they keep saying? You are taking away our jobs. You are taking away our jobs. That's what they're saying. That the immigrants, the Zims and they say the Zims and the Somalis and the Ethiopians are taking away their jobs, and then the Nigerians are taking away their women. So it's poverty that's going on. But there's this lady on YouTube, Adeola Fayehun. She did a beautiful breakdown of the whole thing, where she talked about how 7%, okay, only she said 4% of the population, 2.5 million out of 6 to 5 million of the South African population is immigrants. And then she talked about how 7% of the South African population is white and they own 75% of the land. But nobody's talking about them. So
They did talk about it.
so
And they got
these our brethren are seeing their fellow Africans as the problem in
That's
their
not
poverty.
because they did complain when the white people had 75%, which is why they got 25%, but they also killed them.
So, but that's the thing now. So the poverty is you're using our hospitals, you're bringing drugs to us, you're taking away our jobs. We don't want you here. Don't use our services. These benefits are for only South Africans alone. That's what they're saying. But their politicians are doing the same things that politicians do all over sub-Saharan Africa, which is embezzle funds. And they're not channeling their anger to those people. They are instead picking on the people who are the easiest targets. But it goes on year after year. They kill people year after year. And you're like, at what point will they? I don't know. But it's sad. Will they stop?
Why would they stop? What is the external force that is making them stop?
They are not the only country that has immigrants.
How is all the countries that have immigrants treating immigrants?
Are they carrying stick and dancing amapiano in the street and killing immigrants?
Are they not?
In Canada?
Well, yes. Actually, yes. Even
Yes,
in the
where?
US.
In the US, they went shop to shop, house to house to kill immigrants
Seriously, it's not
or
going to
to
be the
beat
same thing.
immigrants.
I'm not going to it's not going to be like apple to apple. But like your president once said that like Somalian people should get out because they look like monkeys. Who are they? Are they not immigrants? You don't think that that's also xenophobic? Is it because we didn't call it that?
No, that's not xenophobic. Xenophobic
No.
means somebody that looks like you.
Let's go and Google it. Sure about that.
I think the phone was foreigners though, but
No, it's outside that. It's not about whether they look like you or not.
yeah, it's foreigners.
Other countries, cultures, or those perceived as foreign.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is xenophobic. When a white man carries car and ram into the Filipinos when they were doing their festival in Vancouver, BC, this year or last year, That was
It was
xenophobic.
last year, but that was one person. That was one.
No, it wasn't one. Like, that's just one example of all the things that has been happening. Like, you want me to call out all the news that has happened against him?
Is it so where do you draw the line between xenophobia and racism? Racismo.
Hmm?
Where do you draw the line between xenophobia and racism?
If they're
Because
exactly, that's it. Like, I
well,
guess
yeah, that I like that because that you don't see black people in America or Canada gathering to chase other black people out.
they do actually, but
They
we'll
might
get
see that they might yab you on Twitter.
they do, but we'll get back to that. Okay,
They
so
do.
xenophobia is a fear or prejudice against people perceived as
No, they
foreigners
don't.
or
They
others.
don't.
Racism is a system of advantage based on race. Okay. So one is that you're killing the other person, the other one is that you give people advantage because they are certain people.
Racism advantage. People kill people for racism. So
So I guess that if
what's
they
the
kill you because you look different, it's xenophobic. And if they give you an advantage because you look different or disadvantage because you look different, that's it. That's it.
in the case of South Africa, it's black people on other. It's
Why
African.
does it
It's
matter where the
South.
color of your skin? Somebody is killing somebody. I don't care if it's
You
white or
don't.
black.
They don't. They are not.
Somebody is
There
killing
are
somebody.
other foreigners in. There are other foreigners in South Africa. They didn't go after the Asian community and say, "Oh, you guys should get out." They said, "No, you guys should not employ." They didn't go and attack them and their businesses. Instead, they said, "You Asians don't give jobs to Africans that
Yeah.
are not South Africans." That's what they said. So, well, it's disappointing, especially as we had solidarity for them in their trying times, and I don't think that maybe I mean, this Pharaoh doesn't know Joseph, but it's sad that we consider ourselves brothers, and this is what our brothers are doing to us.
So what's the solution here now?
People
This
should
education,
what's the
the
account it.
solution is
solution?
education.
Simple and short, education. Educate the people that these people that you are killing, these people that you are turning out your anger on are not your problem. The government also has to create policies, fiscal, economic, that will actually help put these people to work. Because an idle work, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. You don't have what to do. You feel that you are being impoverished. Agreed. Even what Tiara said makes a lot of sense if you look at it. The more people come in, the less your dollar or your currency works for you. It's now reduced the amount of like she said, the foreigners can come in and work for less because they may not have as much baggage. But education, the government also has to put in and they have to start governing. Africa, we're so fantastically corrupt. And the funny thing is that corruption is not an African word. So we're not as corrupt as the West, but they ensure that the basic necessities are in place. Then you might decide to take your eye off whoever has 50 cars or driving a Lamborghini. If you can afford a basic Honda, Toyota to drive yourself up the streets and back, take your kids to schools and back. So for me, can't stress it enough. Education and government action, actually acting and not just consuming all the funds coming in. And also, sorry, to say this, and also, like Smokey mentioned, we have a situation of the Pharaoh that didn't know Joseph, literally. Most of these African countries that you are going in arms against supported you during apartheid. Thabo Mbeki was in Nigeria for close to 4 years. Who Nelson Mandela, South Africa got aid from Nigeria. Most of these African countries around you supported you one way or the other. All of a sudden, you're up in arms because maybe you feel you are a bit better economically, but how? As in, first of all, the white South Africans own 75% of the land. You're not attacking them. Like Smokey said, you're not attacking the Chinese. So, what's this about? The solutions,
Yeah, but what's the solution?
education, governance, government accountability, basically.
Solution, go and hold your leaders accountable. That's the solution. Go and hold your leader accountable.
Tiara, which leaders? Are you talking about Nigerian leaders,
Nigerian
Zimbabwean
leaders.
leaders, or South African?
Nigerian leaders. You think that if there was a black American there, they would kill him? You think that all of us will all hear word if an American was impacted? You think South Africa will be drinking water and dropping cup? It's the fact they don't respect your
Fix up your life.
That's true.
According to one great man, fix up your
respect your
life.
country. That's just the honest truth.
True, because it all stems from there, as in it trickles down from who is at the top.
When we were sending troops during apartheid, Nigeria was in a better economic position than South Africa, and they respected us, and that's why.
No, we
Now,
didn't send troops, so we sent
Not troops,
funding.
aid,
We sent funding and
funds,
aid.
troop. Okay.
And
One
right.
make
we're in a better
We
position.
didn't send troop.
You want to send that time they were doing appetite, they will just kill all your troops. Reboom and don't mess about. But
No,
yeah,
But like we were in a
we need
better
to
economic
fix.
situation, and now that we're not, obviously there's place for disrespect, which is expected, really.
Yeah,
Mhm.
respect. If you respect yourself, people will respect you. If you treat your
Right.
citizens like
trash.
you treat them like trash, shoot them in the
Come
streets,
on, bro.
catch them,
Other people
hang
will
them
help you
upside
treat them
down.
like trash.
Other
So,
people will
yeah.
help you treat them like trash too. If
Okay.
you're ready to fly an armada of planes to go and rescue one of your citizens, everybody will know that you're not joking and you're serious about,
Right.
you know.
Mhm.
But well, yeah. Oh, we're not far. We once had a president who closed the borders when the people in Benin were treating us a certain way. He closed the borders to prove a point. When they had
Yeah, but
xenophobia once upon a time, we had a president who summoned South African executives and the ambassador to make his displeasure felt. You know,
We
so
had a military president that shut down a British Airways flight that and told them that if they take off, because they were even on not final approach, they were about taking off. So if that aircraft leaves the ground, the Air Force should shoot it down until all the people because we had an issue in England, until all the Nigerians on that flight were back to Nigeria before they release the aircraft. We've had some. So if that aircraft leaves the ground, shoot it down. So no, I'm not.
yeah.